Hello and welcome to Naval Action. This is VMAQ2-X. And there was a hot fix this morning. Captains. Following changes were deployed today, April 12th. Fixed bug that stopped showing delivery missions to players. Added additional missions. Delivery missions are now available everywhere. I noticed this bug because on the test server and on this server, I was finding out that whenever I returned to a port that I had already visited, that mission wouldn't respawn even if I went back days later. So they weren't repopulating for me. And I asked about it in chat, and people said it would do the next server reset, but I never noticed that. So I'm glad they fixed that. They fixed a bug that caused sales repair to not work in the pursuit and capture tutorial. Unarmed ships with no guns now have trouble fighting in boarding combat. The crew, seeing that the captain chose to start boarding with no gun, loses desire to fight in the boarding melee. Then underlined, please do not board enemy ships of you have no guns equipped. I think they meant to say if. I told you, as soon as they saw the exploit by the players, they made a move to stop it. And so now your crew morale drops quicker. And I believe they buffed the boarding power of the AI ships. So there you go. And immediately after this was released, there were people on Discord saying that they were just going to load cannons on their ships with no ammo and board anyway. So, you know, they were at odds with the devs' decision here. Elite NPC ships fight more fiercely during boarding. That's why they buffed boarding for the AI. Slightly increased doubloon rewards for sinking NPCs in the open world. Slightly increased profits from deep water trading. Redistributed consumables in NPC port shops in the Bahamas. So they're moving stuff around. Added supply of gunpowder, ammunition, and repairs to several ports in the center of the map. So initially, the only place you could really get that stuff was Nassau. And very few other ports. Now they've like spread it out more. So those were the updates, and then there was a follow-on one. Follow-on message saying that there's currently a bug that prevents you from joining port battles with 1450 and 3000 battle rating on the Wappen von Hamburg. The issue will most likely be addressed tomorrow or Monday. So those are the patch notes. And my plan right now is, like I said, I'm trying to get my crafting rolling, so I'm going to take the snow and maybe fleet up the links and go around and haul some cargoes, get some money stacked, get some resources so I can do the next two steps. I need to get some more oak, and I need to get hemp, because the next recipe that's going to drop will be sail making materials. So I'll need hemp for that. And then after that, I believe it's time to buy a forge, so I want to get enough money stacked to go ahead and get the forge today. So for me, it's going to be basically a lot of, you know, sailing, hauling, and not fighting. I might do a fight later, don't know. Today is kind of a craft day for me, so it's going to be kind of, put the music on and sail around. And that's my plan for the day. If anything exciting happens, I'll check back in and discuss it with you. There is one thing I wanted to talk about is the Discord is for a better word, on fire with the butthurt and rage over this wipe. And Admiralty Speaker, who's the dev mouthpiece on the Discord, came out and flat said that he regrets not just wiping everyone down to zero and making everybody start from zero because he tried to do something nice for everybody and then it kind of blew up in his face, and so he was not a happy camper. And I'm not complaining that I got my rank. I'm glad for it. But if they had wiped me to zero, it wouldn't have been a big deal. I'm going to play my game within the game and enjoy the game. And that's my message to anybody out there that's watching my video and hating on the game. The game is what you make it. If you make it a shit game, that's on you. You know, Someone else can take this very same game and have a good time with it. It's what you do with it. So that's all I got to say about that. So I'm going to go ahead and head out, do a little trading, get some money stacked, get some supplies, do some crafting. When I get to the crafting, I'll come on back and share that. Although, like I said, that's not the most exciting thing. That's my mission. My mission is to get to the point where I can make my own cannons and gunpowder stuff because I'm finding that to be overpriced even on the AI stores. So I want to get to the point where I can make it and I can sell it because that's how you're going to get rich in this game, is to be the guy that makes the stuff that everybody needs. And so that's my plan. Gonna get out and start doing it. So we'll check back in later. Okay, welcome back to Naval Action. I have been sailing all over this shallow area making deliveries. And let me get back into port here. And it was pretty busy today. When I logged on, it was over 1,000 players. It went over 1,100 players, close to 12. And now it's kind of like in the evening American time, so I imagine a lot of the EU players have logged off and gone to bed. And I'm fixing to finish my day here, but we'll cover what happened in a second here. So I had my trader Snow, and my brig as the fleet ship, or the Lynx, excuse me. Finally got some oak log. It was There are buy contracts for all the resources throughout the shallow water areas, basically. There was a couple places where I got lucky and there was stock of certain things, but it's shocking that the prices are, like if you set a buy contract, you got to set it higher than the guy that's already got the contract. So there's like a ladder, and the prices of oak have gone up from the base prices around 3 or 4 reals, and it's up, in the teens right now, teens and 20s. So it's crazy out there. And I think that's because there just are so many people in the shallow water area, and they're all trying to start their crafting trees. So, but during my travels, I also bought some fur, but I put that on sale for contract here. So I have another buy contract at another port, and then I've got them here, and it's 0 of 500 are sold so far. Let's take a look at that. I bet you people are underpricing me on that. So resources, fur logs, contracts. sellers. See, I was selling it for 12. Now this guy's selling it for 11. And I imagine someone before him was selling it lower than that. Hear what the buyers want to pay for it. So we'll see if that gets filled or not. If it doesn't, I'll just take it back and use it. So I managed to get some wealth. I'm up to 126,000 reals wealth. And got me some oak logs. Gonna make the rest of my oak planks to get me up to the next level. So wait a minute here. I'm at 28 of 41. What is that? 12, 13 I need. It's at 7. So I'm going to use 280 logs. Now I'm up to the next level. I'm at level 2. It's another 41 to the next level. So what's my next recipe that dropped? It should be sailcloth. Right here. This requires hemp. Hemp is not available. The port where I was looking to place a contract, it was out of my price range, so I'm going to wait a little bit on that. So we'll just craft some more charcoal. Oh, the craft XP has gone down. So I guess yesterday when I first used this, it was a bonus. So we'll craft max. That only gives us 23. Let's see here, oak planks. That still gives 2. So we'll craft max here. That'll give me 43, enough for the next level. And boom. So I got a crap ton of oak planks. And then the next recipe should drop. And this is where I think we're at level 3. Yeah. So this is where we're going to need the to buy the forge. So we got our forge. Let's see what we can craft now. I don't know. But I'm pretty much done for the evening. Like I said, I got 2 contracts in the wind right now. When they fulfill, I'll go pick up the one, and the other one I'm going to cash in on. So now I'm down to 116,000. Like I said, I've been sailing for a good 4 hours, maybe 5. Just making deliveries, checking the stores. Uh, like I said, I placed a couple contracts. One of them got filled. The other one will probably fill overnight if I'm lucky. Buying things on occasion I find. I found some white oak log, brought that back. I think that's on my links. Yeah, I still have that there. So I got 70. This was at a good price, so I bought that. So I'm picking up some things here and there, and we'll going to call an end to this. I was hoping for that next blueprint. The next blueprint, I think, is iron fittings, if I remember it right. Or was it barrels, which required iron fittings, which maybe that'll show up on level 4. We'll see. Need more oak. Need to get my hands on some hemp. Because once I craft this, I imagine it's going to unlock the next one. But no hemp, no craft. So that's it for me tonight. Uh, thank you for watching.